Hi, it's been a while. I'm Gabe, of course. That's why you're here. This is another life update video. I'm in a different place. This is my apartment, my own apartment, just me and her right there, Luna. There she goes. Um, yeah, this is I'm very happy here. I really didn't think I'd be able to manage this, but I can. Uh, Financially, I'm doing pretty well, which I'm surprised at even. I'm enjoying decorating my place. I got that fake plant right, that one right there from Goodwill for super cheap. Got a cool coat rack that I actually use for my hats. Like there's my monkey one right there, Pikachu, Deadpool, finger where I got a lot of cool paintings around the house. You can't really see them here. There's another cool plant. There's one right there. Um, Still got some boxes in the back over there because I haven't figured out what to do. Oh, there's Luna. Luna me. Hi. I'm enjoying this. Moving went okay. I mean, it was pretty easy. My neighbors are really, really nice. Um, all of them, the ones to the, so I'm on the top floor. There's only two floors. I'm on the top one, and they're like next to each other. So to my, like, if my door is right there, I mean, this is inversed, but over there on that side is, I think, Hezekiah and James, and they have a dog named Bluey. Super sweet guys. They love my decorations. I don't know if you can really see them in the window. I have, no, you can't see them with the light, but I have little lights stringed up, which I enjoyed putting up last night. And they walked by, and through the window, I was sitting in my chair here. Through the window, I heard them say like, "Oh, these decorations are so cool." That made me happy. Um, and then I don't really know the ones over here to right here that well. They smell like weed, so that's one thing. And then next to them is Steven, who has a dog named Blackie. Super sweet dog, super sweet guy. He's 83 years old and he comes from Kansas and he loves to listen to my radio show. So that's pretty cool. Next to him is Mike and his daughter. Super nice. Super, super nice. Then below, I only know one person from below, and that's Larry, who's kind of like the legend of the complex. He did all the like the planting for all the pretty plants and the vegetables and the decorations on the bottom floor. And I'm kind of taking upon myself to do the top one, but only for mine. I'm not going to impede on the other people's things. But I got two cool plants outside and I got the lights. So yeah, I'm enjoying living here. She's under the dresser now. Things are going well. School started back up. That's going well. The last semester, I had to drop out of my math class because it was too hard. It was survey of data, which is a precursor to statistics, and it was too hard. So that says something about me. Um, I might go into that a little bit, just why. But I took it again with a different teacher this semester, and it's going much better. I didn't really like the teacher last time anyway, but this one is a lot better. I'm also taking mythology, an online mythology course, which is super super fun. We're not even covering like the normal like Greek or Roman mythology. We're covering like the Indian mythology and the Gilgamesh, the Epic of Gilgamesh, and Norse, which I'm super excited about because I'm learning Norwegian. I'm still going strong. I have about a 215-day streak of daily lessons still. I'm learning great. Let's see what else. Oh yeah, so the reason I had to drop out was because, all right, story time. All throughout middle school and high school, teachers noticed I was falling behind in math. And you know what they did? Nothing. They didn't tell my parents. They didn't pull me aside and be like, "Hey," they just noticed I was falling behind. They're like, "All right, moving on. Let's keep going." They did nothing. So yeah, I fell behind super fast, like super, 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 super fast. So that's why we switched to homeschool for the last 2 years of high school, just so I could get personal help with math. But by the end of high school, I'll admit I was at like a seventh or eighth grade math level. I'm not good at math. But I got the help I needed. I'm doing better at least. I mean, yes, survey data is going well so far. I'm not just super excited for statistics then, but I'm understanding, like stem plots and histograms and all that, even though it's terrible. My hair looks awful right now. It looks like weird here, but fine here. I can't keep doing this. Um, yeah, I got a lot of fake plants here. I'm gonna even count the ones I can see. I have one on the desk here, two, which you can't. Well, So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one on the ground right there. 5. One on the desk here. 6. There's one hanging for the wall there. 7. There's a basket up there. 8. Another one up there. 9. Another basket. 10. One on the counter. 11. There's one that lights up. That's number 12. There's some flowers here. That's 13. And then in the bathroom, I've got number 14. And I have some vines hanging from my door, which looks pretty cool. I think that's all of them for now. For now, every Wednesday I go to Goodwill to see if I can find more. The things I look for are a couch, hopefully, because I'd like to put a couch right here when I can. So a couch, but that's kind of less priority, I guess, because we don't really have a big car to move that, and we'd have to go up the stairs here. But then I always look for more paintings because I like paintings. I have these 2 paintings right here of cats and dogs made by the same artist that I found at Goodwill, 2 different occasions. So those are pretty cool. I look for paintings and fake plants, of course, but I have a rule in that I want all my fake plant, well, besides the baskets, but all my fake plants have to have a white, like a plain, non-patterned white pot, because I'm trying to go for a certain theme here, like this one. I kind of made an exception for the texture here, but like here, hold on. Por ejemplo, this one is succulent, like succulent forest here. Got the white pot that I like. This one, plain white pot. I like going for that certain theme. Oh, I'll be honest. Um, got a bit of a problem with Squishmallows. And Five Below, they had their fall ones out, so I got Chip here with his big tail, Malcolm the mushroom, and then Patterson. Those are their real names. Um, what else could I do? Well, I have one of the boxes. I don't know if you can see it over here. That thing is supposed to go upwards, but I put it on its side and I put some boxes in them. One of those boxes I have a bunch of my Nerf guns. So whenever I have guests over, I can just grab some of these. I don't know why there's. Oh yeah, cat bite marks. Of course, that's what she was getting into last night. Got a bunch of Nerf darts just in case they mouth off to me when they're here. Um. Oh well, I don't have a dishwasher, so I've been enjoying doing dishes by hand. But you would not. I'm ranting about my sink. You would not believe. So my sink it has like the faucet and then the little one on the side that you can detach and like, and it is strong as all bejesus. Like that thing is like unheavenly strong. Like it's crazy how strong it is. Like half the time I just pour soap in it and use hot water on it, and the stuff is just completely gone. Like it is insane. And I mean, the kitchen isn't really a kitchen. Um, the only thing separating the kitchen from the living room is this wall right here. This, yeah, but it's a bit. Up there is one of the baskets, and then another fake plant, and then there's a basket on the other side of the wall you can't really see, but oh, that's a Cthulhu plush right there. That's pretty cool. I also got a lot of dishes from family that I don't have room for because I don't have many cabinets. And speaking of not having room, you might have noticed, if you could see it, that my microwave is on top of the fridge because, oh, I don't know, there's actually no other room for it. I was gonna, on the other side of the little kitchen wall, I was gonna put like the microwave stand that I have that I was using for a nightstand at the last house that I didn't know was a microwave stand, but it apparently is, but I was using it as a nightstand. I was gonna put it there and then have the microwave on top, but oh joy, the only 2 outlets in the kitchen are, you can actually see them, right next to the sink and right next to the sink. Both right next to the sink, you can see them. So, really expert design. Whenever I'm doing dishes, since the thing is so strong, I have to unplug the microwave one because the water will splash near that, and I just want to be safe. So yeah, I have to put the microwave on the micro. The fridge is the only place that I can fit the microwave on. So that's fun. Um, yeah, this is very fun. But Luna is just so. I don't know if I talked about. So Luna when we first got another story time, when we first got Luna, when we were living, well, so before I moved here, we were living at Pleasant View. That's just the name of the street we're living on. We moved into there in 2019, and then before that, we were living in Hawthorne, which is the apartments right below like Mount Trashmore. And that's when we got Luna. Relatively soon after we moved into Hawthorne, we got Luna. And then after I'd say probably a year of having Luna, she was a great cat. She was very nice, but had some trust issues because we rescued her from a super horrible, horrible house who was like locking all the females away from the males. They had like it was like a mobile home. They had like 23 female cats in one room, locked away from the males. They were all killing each other and fighting each other, Luna included. She was like hurting her babies. It was just a horrible, horrible thing. So we saved Luna, changed her name from Morgana to Luna, obviously. And then she finally warmed up to this. And then my mom got another cat, Trinket, sweetheart. I begged my mom for me to take him, but she was like, nope, he's mine. So I got Luna. But she despised us and Trinket for about 3 years because she she's a cat that needs to be the head of the household. She needs to be the center of attention at all time. And now that she is that, she's a lot better. She's whenever like at the last apartment with Trinket, whenever she'd start to play with like a toy, Trinket would get jealous and come into the room and she'd be like, "Oh, I'm not doing anything. No nonsense here, idiot." And she wouldn't have much time to play because Trinket was so jealous. But now she can play all she wants to. She loves having the house to herself. She can get into every little place. I made sure she's properly accommodated. Got a lot like a cat tower over here. I got a little cat stool there. I got lots of cat toys, two litter boxes. Um, got a new shower head for my birthday because the one that our apartment came with was terrible. By the time the water actually reached you, it was just like pellets this big. It was terrible. But I got a new one that has 9 different settings, which is super, super nice. I only get it for like $15 at Walmart, which is pretty cool. Um, oh yeah, and my other class that I'm taking, I forgot, is fundamentals of oral communication. So I can hopefully get a degree in communications or maybe telecommunications because I'm still interested in going into the radio business, even though I don't have the greatest voice, I will say. Hopefully by the time I'm older, it gets like at least half of an octave lower, I'm hoping. Um, but yeah, I'm still very big into the radio scene. I have a new favorite jazz band. It's called the Rippingtons. They have 22 albums spanning from like the 80s all the way to the present. Great, great band. They really bring out, in my opinion, they show the fun in playing jazz music. Uh, they're all on like Spotify, all their albums, and Apple Music or YouTube or anything. If I were to give you a recommendation for what albums to listen to, I'm gonna say the name is the Rippingtons. That's the band, the Rippingtons. It's pretty simple. The albums I'd say to listen to are Curves Ahead, um, Kilimanjaro, Moonlighting, of course. That's their first one, and I'm gonna say Wild Card. Those are the four I recommend. Those are my favorites. Because like Moonlighting, their first one had a bunch of like good, like they had Kenny G on that album. It was pretty cool. Even though us at the station we're not too fond of Kenny G because one of our hosts, Hollis Monroe, who does from 10 to 2 on weekdays, he told me a story. He used to drive for Kenny G. And he was not a good person apparently. He was very rude and demanding. So that's pretty cool. Um, yeah, those are the albums I recommend. They're a pretty cool band. Every night on or every Sunday on my show, I usually like to play one or two Rippington songs during the 3 hours, and then also at least one Pat Metheny song. That's my other favorite band. But at the station right now, we only have 7 of their 22 albums, so I'm making it a personal mission of mine to get the remaining 15, and I've been doing that. So I already got um, Kilimanjaro, Topaz, and Welcome to the St. James Club. And then I recently just ordered um, a bunch of their other ones, like almost all their other ones besides like Sahara and Brave New World, I think. But yeah, we're getting close, and I plan to get all of them. So, and they said that I could have my own private like stash section for all the CDs that I donate because I plan on doing others of my favorite bands or artists too. So I'm a big fan of jazz music, if you couldn't tell. Still strong into Pokemon still too. Still working on memorizing every single Pokemon's index number um, of the national dex, so I can name any Pokemon after a number. So people will be like, "Hey, what's 572?" And I'll be like, "It's this type." I'm working on. Remember, I'm pretty much got Gen 1 down to a T, pretty much. So I'm working on Gen 2 and 3 now. My favorite generation. Okay, Pokemon rant time. Here we go. This is already 15 minutes. It's going to get to 30 minutes here soon. So my favorites, I have 26 favorite Pokemon. I call them my top 26. And I plan, so on the Pokemon Center website, they have Sitting Cuties, which is their plush brand of Pokemon. And I plan on getting all 26 um of my favorite Pokemon in Sitting Cuties form. I already have Ledian, who's one of the top 26. I already have him. I recently got Magby and Makihita, so that's 3 of the 26 down. And then I recently just ordered Simisear, which is another 4. And then all the other ones are on the website pretty much except for one that I'm sad that you know what? Hold on. I'll be right back, actually. Hold on. Just give me a second here. Hold on. Stay still. Don't move. Dinosaurs. So I got a Triceratops beanbag from Walmart. It's not comfortable, but it's cool. This is the Makihita Sitting Cutie. I love Makihita. He's adorable. I love him. He's the most precious. Got little Magby. Like, how could you not like Magby? He's an actually little beaked dinosaur fire boy. He's precious. How could you not like Magby? Look at him. Yes. So my top 20, I need to memorize them off the top of my head, but there are a top 26. Stay with me on this. Why not? Breloom, Sunflora, Archeops, Ledian, Sliggoo. Sliggoo is the one they don't have a sitting cutie of on the website. Sliggoo is the middle evolution of Goomy from Gen 6, the dragon type, who turns into Goodra at the end. But I love Sliggoo. Sliggoo is so cool. He's the middle evolution, and they don't have a sitting cutie of him, and I don't know why. I love him though. Swoobat, Ampharos, Makihita, Magby, Simisear, Buizel. They don't have one for Buizel either, which should be an actual crime. Delibird, Porygon Z, Whiscash, Mew, Maractus, Glaceon, Crobat, Meowth, Zangoose, Kecleon, Furret, Lantern, Lampent, and Zigzagoon. I love Zigzagoon. I don't know why they'd have Lampent, which is a middle evolution for a pseudo legendary. If you don't know what a pseudo legendaries are just considered the strong 3 evolution types like Gibble, Gabite, and Garchomp. Garchomp's a pseudo legendary, as people refer to it as. So that means Litwick, Lampent, and Chandelure are a pseudo legendary. But I don't understand why they'd have Lampent but not Sliggoo. Because I mean, if you've seen Lampent, he's precious. He's a little lantern boy. Um, but yeah, Kecleon I love so much. I'm not going to go into each and every one of these, or why not? Hey, let's start off with why not? He's precious. Like his design is perfect. Honestly, he's the best baby Pokemon. And well, one of the best. But he was my original favorite Pokemon. He's just so cute. Breloom. A lot of people like Breloom. He's just cool. He's a boxing plant dinosaur. Sunflora. You would not believe how excited I was to find out that um when Scarlet and Violet came out that Sunflora was going to be included because I'd never been able to use Sunflora in a mainstream game before because it was like only available in the national dex, which if you don't know, you have to beat the game basically to get the national dex and by completing the actual Pokedex, and it's just a hassle because then there's not really a point in getting a Sunkern then by the end of the game because then you can't really play through the game with it. It's just not very fun. So I love Sunflora. Archeops, love Archeops. First bird Pokemon. He's precious. He's my favorite fossil Pokemon. He's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. He's just cool. Um, Ledian, he doesn't get the love he deserves. I mean, statistically and stats wise, he's a terrible Pokemon. His attack and special attack are garbage. He cannot hold his weight for any of the games, but I love him. Even though he is 4 times weak to rock, I love him so much. He's precious. The 5-star Pokemon. Uh, Sliggoo, of course, he's precious. Fun fact, their line is based off of just like slimy dragons, and Sliggoo's French name is Viscargot, like viscous fluid, and escargot, which is pretty clever. I like that. Swoobat, I love Swoobat. Flying Psychic, he's fresh. He's a little pig bat guy. I love him. Ampharos, I love Ampharos. He's my favorite electric type, I think. He's just cool. I really like the design. You know what I hate though is his Mega Evolution. Oh my gosh, waste. He just grew hair. That's it. He grows hair and that's it. And a dragon type. It doesn't make any sense. Not a fan at all. I don't think many people were of his Mega Evolution. Makahita, of course, love him. Magby, yes. Simisear, a lot of people don't like the 3 elemental monkeys from Gen 5. I do. I mean, Simisear the most. I love Simisear. It's super cool. If you don't know, the 3 elemental monkeys are based off of hear no evil, speak no evil, see no evil. So one of them's blind, one of them's deaf, and one of them's mute. So that's why in their official art, they're like either doing like this or like one of them's blind. Simipour is blind. I think Simisage is mute, and Simisear is deaf. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that's what it. But I love Simisear. Buizel, he's a little buoy weasel, and that's what I don't understand is why his name isn't pronounced Buizel. It's pronounced Buizel though, not Buizel, because he's a buoy weasel. I don't understand, but I love him. Delibird, he's a little Santa penguin, and his back is connected to his butt. I love him. He's precious. Um, Porygon Z, just super cool design. I love him. I don't know why he's not electric type though, because he literally is like code. That's He's literally ones and zeros. So I don't know why he's not electric type. Whiscash, just cool design. I like Whiscash a lot. Mew, obviously. Maractus, adorable. I love Maractus so much. Glaceon, Glaceon and Espeon are my favorite evolutions, but I like Glaceon the best because I like the ice type a lot. It's one of my favorite types. Crobat, Crobat's cool. I love Crobat. Uh, one of my one of my favorites, definitely. Just cool design, cool shiny too. Meowth, I love Meowth. Meowth is so precious, literally. Zangoose, I mean, I like Zangoose is a cool design. I really like the normal types. They're heavy hitters. Kecleon, of course. Furret, precious. They're in the DLC, which for Scarlet Violet, which I might get. Lantern, Lantern. He's precious. Lampent, of course, and Zigzagoon, not Galarian Zigzagoon, even though the idea is cool that they turn into basically a member of the band Kiss. But I love normal Zigzagoon. He's so cute. Um, I also on the list I have my favorite starters from each gen. From Gen 1 is Charmander, Gen 2 Totodile, Gen 3 Mudkip, Gen 4 Piplup, sorry. Gen 5 Oshawott, Gen 6 Chespin, Gen 7. So here's the thing. If you were to ask me what my favorite Gen 7 starter is, I'd ask you another question, which would be, are we going off just first evolution wise, or are we going off whole line evolution line wise? Because if you said just first evolution wise, I'd go Poplio because Poplio is precious, but its next evolutions are garbage, terrible, awful. But I love Poplio as a first one. But if you ask me the whole line, I'd have to say probably Litten because I mean, as much as I hate to say it, Grass type isn't very strong. They got too many weaknesses, and then if you add Ghost, it just adds more. Like, Grass type on its own has 5 weaknesses. That's not good. That's not good at all. So, and then for Gen 8, Scorbunny. Gen 9, it's a tie between Sprigatito and Fuecoco, but I'm leaning more towards Fuecoco. Even though I don't really like Fuecoco's 2 evolutions, I like Sprigatito's more, Florigato and Meowscarada. But yeah, and my favorite types are Psychic, Bug, Ice, and Normal. My favorite generation is 5, and my favorite games are Black and White 2, and X and Y, which I'm hoping there will be an X and Y remake for the Switch. even though Nintendo said they're not going to do that. I'm praying on a silver lining that there's going to be one. Hey, my throat is hurting now from talking about Pokemon too much, so I should probably wrap this up here. But yeah, this has been another life update and Pokemon rant. I'll do another one of these in a couple months. I'm not sure if I'll post normal videos again or gaming videos. I don't really have. Actually, fun fact: I don't have Wi-Fi at my house yet either. So to upload this, I'll have to go to my mom's house to upload it. But yeah, things are going well. Oh, one more thing, important thing. Yesterday in the mail, my seasons 1 through 7 of Golden Girls came in the mail. My favorite show. Golden Girls is 100% my favorite show. It was so ahead of its time, even though at the time it was so controversial, like, oh, old women having sex. Oh my God. I love the show. It's so clever. It's 7 seasons is a lot, and I love every single, most of the episodes. There's ones I always skip over because I just don't like it, but great show. If you haven't watched it, I recommend it. It's on Hulu. Um, it's a bit of a slow start, but you'll fall for it. It's such a charming show. The characters are great. I recommend the show. But yeah, this has been another life update. Thank you for watching. If you did watch, if you made it through the Pokemon rant, I'll make another one of these soon. But yeah, that's how my life is going. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.